this group is very low-key tonight. Did you, like, set them straight?
Yeah, we're going up. Right before the world's eyes.
Every superstar has something to prove. Jason Tatum has spent years trying to cement himself as an MVP and has time and time again expressed how good his accolades are to help his case of being the face of the NBA. But on this night, under the bright lights in the TD Garden, the best player on the floor simply wasn't him. Shai Gilgeous Alexander. Shai walked into Boston on a mission, and he's not trying to put himself in the conversation. As he's no longer knocking on the door, he's walked right into it. Shai is amongst the top players in the league, standing next to Jokic at the top of the MVP race, but there's doubt that he might not get the award. A lot of people love the game of Nikola Jokic, and they feel that he's more valuable to his team, and that SGA is already on a squad that is good without him, which in turn is why they feel he shouldn't win the MVP. Along with criticisms of Shai, the media and other NBA teams aren't buying the hype around OKC, as they say they're too young and that their time isn't just here yet, and that when the playoffs come around, experienced vets will outweigh the talent they have. But Shai, he doesn't care about that, and on the road, only one team is better, and that's the Cavaliers with a road record of 25-6, while OKC has a record of 25-7. Not many teams have been battle tested outside their own arena, and after this night where Shai willed his team to a W, this should show you how good he is. From the opening tip, Shai made his statement, and that was to attack the defense. Not much of a filling out process, no slow build up, he got downhill immediately, weaving through defenders, absorbing contact, and followed up this miss with a putback of his own. Early on, we seen SGA serve Jaylen Brown this mean behind the back, which led to Brown getting shifted completely, and instead of trying to just bully right through him, Shai uses a double clutch up and under to spin this one off the glass.
That time and finished at the rim.
Wow.
Keeping Shai out the paint is one of the hardest things to do, as he makes it look effortless when blowing past his defender, and if you're not right there waiting for him to stop the layup, more times than not, you're just gonna be too late. Now the Celtics may have started this game off slow as the Thunder got out to a quick lead, but they stuck to the normal game plan, just fishing for those threes, using ball movement, extra passes, and waiting for a clean look to send up the shot, and that right there is what makes them so dangerous. It's the fact that it's not just one guy they rely on, as top to bottom on this roster, anyone can make an impact. But regardless of that, Shai was still a factor and was controlling the tempo. The Celtics would try and top block Shai to stop him from receiving the ball, but here's where reading the floor comes in handy, as Shai just face cuts Tatum to get this pass and flies towards the basket to draw the foul. I get it, many people hate the way he plays and assume Shai's always foul baiting, but trust me, if he wants to, he can post up defenders to nail turnaround fades over the top.
Gilgeous Alexander got to the office.
And even when number 0 gets switched onto him off a screen, SGA goes at him head on, uses the in and out to get Tatum off balance, and then with the stop on a dime, this one is easy money. This first quarter was filled with action, as OKC led the way 33-30, and the second quarter was the same, with OKC just testing the defense. When entering the second quarter, the Thunder made one thing clear. They were gonna attack the lane every single time. They were driving, cutting, just forcing the Celtics to collapse. Holmgren was still hooping, making his presence felt by knocking down shots over defenders, with one being this face up where he waits to see if Kornet will get a hand all the way up, and if he doesn't, well, it's pure water. And then when the star point guard and SGA checks back in the game, you get to see the chemistry between the two with this pick and roll action, and with an amazing catch, Chet's able to get control of the ball and throw this over his head to get the bucket.
Caught that one coming in hot, and what a conversion by the big
The Celtics would start to put more pressure on Shai by sending doubles at him to hopefully force a turnover, and as we can see, they were successful. Plays like that and them knocking down threes kept them in the game, but when you're going against an MVP candidate, you should just know that it won't be that easy. Shai would cause Boston troubles with his savvy antics drawing the foul on Jaylen Brown, and whether you like him or not, when he attacks towards the right side of the floor and pulls up once he's in the heat of the double team, this is not only crafty, but it's smart. I know a lot of people hate his ways of searching for fouls, but in all honesty, it's a key skill in basketball to put defenders in trouble. So by starting his shot when crowded by two defenders, this makes it look even more like a foul to a ref depending on which angle they see it from, but with Shai having touch and a gift of luck, he gets this one to go in before the end of the quarter.
No whistle. Oh, he got it to go.
When coming out at halftime, Shai was fully activated, just showing his full arsenal. We first see him attacking Derek White hard, but I want you all to watch that right arm of Shai's. It hooks right under White's arm, making him get tied up for a brief moment, but all it takes is the defender not removing his arm quick enough, and before they know it, Shai is rising up for a shot through the contact while also selling it, and now he's able to go shoot 2 at the line. Yeah, I know you hate it, but don't think that's the only thing he has in his bag. If you leave him open on the outside while having a long distance to close out, he'll show you that he has the confidence to let it fly, and when you let the big get switched onto him, all Shai has to do is stun at Al, which makes him give up all this space, and this one right here is straight cash. Just when you think it couldn't get better, the Celtics once again allowed a switch to happen, this time down the floor, so Shai decides to use a hezzy to blow right by Horford, and here's where things get creative, but also nasty. We all can see that Jrue Holiday is rotating over to contest the shot. Well, SGA sees the same thing, so instead of competing in the air going straight at him, he gathers towards the left while going back right using a windmill motion, which throws Holiday's timing off, and then to regain control, he once more gathers with 2 before spinning this off the glass.
SGA with the reverse.
Ooh-wee! It's getting scary out there. And although Boston was still riding this game, Shai didn't get discouraged. He rose up to the test. As we all know, the final quarter is where stars come alive. And Shai started off by drawing another foul on Brown by using that same hook I talked about earlier, so once he pulled up, that baseline ref assumes it's a foul.
Gilgeous Alexander.
This craftiness has landed Shai at 28 points in the game at this point, and with some polished footwork and a strong shoulder spin off, he just daggers it home over Pritchard to get 30. Yeah, it gets nicer and nicer as we go, but the Celtics weren't done as Tatum knocked down a tough fade over 2 defenders, and to get the crowd going, Jaylen Brown attacked right past Holmgren to go on a date with the rim, and it's safe to say he left her with the check.
Brown, center with his chest. Brown is really checked.
This right here would keep Boston within 4, but with them choosing to send the double at Shai here, this makes Jason Tatum have to split the ground between both players on the outside, so this is why Wallace is wide open, and now the lead is pushed to 9 points. On the next play down, this same action happens, but this time Wallace is able to attack towards the paint to get a freebie, and to put the icing on the cake, Shai abuses Derek White's ankles with a shifty cross to attack towards the middle, and upon meeting Jrue Holiday, Shai uses a misdirection gather to then pull up for a bucket.
Cross. The master of the mini.
This outing for Shai isn't the end all be all, or the say so if he should win MVP. This was to show everyone that is and wasn't watching that they need to take him serious and his team. Not often do we see a young player operate in such a poised manner while still having swag, and this is what makes him so special. When it comes to point guards in the league, there's not many you can say that are better than Shai when it comes time to get the job done. As Shai has already stated, he's consistent, and ladies and gentlemen, me and the boys are seeing consistent results on SGA parlays. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you're first to know when I upload. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.